Hello and good morning, good afternoon and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope you are well today, hope you're in grand north when you're well. Hiya. Yes, you read the title correct, people of the tube. It is the end of the Dave Simpson trio. But only by name. Yes, you heard me correct, people of the tube. We are changing the name of the band for many reasons. Which I will get into in this video, reason why we're changing the name of the band. Number one being, I feel very trapped by the name, the Dave Simpson Trio. I feel loads and loads of pressure because it's my name. And also, it was only ever supposed to be a placeholder name in the first place. When I started the band in 2007, yep, it's been going that long. When I started the band in 2007, we were playing a gig. We were doing we did one gig under no name, and then we did like this little kind of like like a share gig where there was like I think like something like 5 or 6 bands, and we were the last band on. And the organisers of that needed a band name for us, to put on there as like the headliner of the gig. And I was like, I don't have a band name, The band had only just started, and we didn't have a name. I couldn't think of one. And they were like, well, we need a name for, the poster and advertisement. I was like, I don't know, getting all flustered. Anyway, it came basically down to the wire, if you will, that it needed a name for the band. And at that period of time, I was listening a lot to the John Butler Trio. So I was just like, Dave Simpson Trio, that'll do. Until I can find a name that I actually like more, that'll be the name. And then basically just it kind of stuck. Mainly because up until Queenie joined, and up until John Joe joined, and then Queenie joined in 2021, the band was in a state of flux. I was the only kind of like a stable member, if you will. John Joe's the 4th drummer, Queenie's the 7th bass player. There's been a lot of kind of like, people coming in, people going out, people coming in, people going out. So it kind of made sense to stick with it, even though I didn't particularly like it as a name. It kind of made sense because I would always be there, so it kind of made sense. But now that's changed to a very permanent lineup of me, John Joe, and Queenie. It feels like it's the right time to change the name to a collective, and also from a perspective of another band member like John Joe or Queenie, they can feel more, what's the word, involved, I would say. They feel like, they're actually part of it. They're not just kind of like a musician that's there until they're not, so to say. They are actually part of a collective, and they feel more part of it. And it just becomes more kind of like, you become more of a band than me and my band, if that makes any sense. Because that's the way it comes across a lot. To people is like, there's Dave, there's me, and then there's my band, which is John Joe and Queenie, and I don't want that, and I don't want it for them, and that's not the way I want us to be perceived anyway. I want us to be perceived as a band, as a unit, a power trio. There's 3 of us, and we're just going to go really loud and you know what I mean. So we're going to change the name. And it just feels like it's the right time because we're working on this new album. We're going into the studio in the beginning of April. Stay tuned for some footage of that because that's going to be brilliant. And we're actually going into a proper studio to record. I've never been into a proper studio to record an album. I'm beyond excited for YouTube. I cannot wait. And like I say, you'll see pictures and video of that anyway. I'm going to document it and stuff because, it's amazing. And there's a lot going on for us right now, and I really feel the time is right, and we as a collective again feel the time is right to change the band name from the Dave Simpson Trio to what we've decided we want as the band name. So, are you ready, people of YouTube, to know what the new band name is for formerly the Dave Simpson Trio? The new band name is dun, 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 dun. I need John Joe here. I can't do a drum roll. Our new band name is Red Giant. I personally love it. I really love his name. It came about, I'm going to tell you how it came about actually as well. So I was driving around, as I invariably do in my van, driving around, and I was listening to Alice in Chains. And we've been on the hunt for a new band name for ages. Like, literally, like, months now. We've been like, we need a new band name because, we want, for this new album that's coming up in April, we need a new band name. And we're running out of time. So we need to get a new one established before we get the album recorded and released. So I was driving around, I was listening to Alice in Chains, the Rainier Fog album, and this song called Red Giant came on. And I heard that name, Red Giant, and I was like, I love that. And then obviously, if you research into what a red giant is, I love it even more. It's collapsing sun. And there was just something about it that really stuck out. And so I was like really excited all of a sudden. I was like messaging Queenie and and messaging John going, what do you think about the band name Red Giant? And it was the first band name that was suggested that everyone went, well, I like that. And I was just immediately like, well, there we go. That's it. The search is over. We have found it. Joy to the world. And everything is happy again. So, PeopleTube, there you go. We are no longer the Dave Simpson Trio. We are now Red Giant. And I feel, again, another thing as well, I feel it describes us really well as a band because we are a power trio. And, I just like it. I just like it. I really like it. It's really cool. And one of the things I did as well was I kept putting it into like context. I would have these little imaginary scenarios in my head of what band are you off to see tonight? Phil. Oh, I'm off to see Red Giant. It worked. I was like, all the names we had picked before that was like, that doesn't work. That sounds crap. It's like I'm off to see, I don't know. I can't think of a crap name that would sound any good without being kind of like, a bit weird. Anyway, but I really like it, PeopleTube, and I hope you like it too. It's a really cool thing. So obviously, the new album is going to be under Red Giant name, formerly. The artist's formerly known as the Dave Simpson Trio, now Red Giant. And it's still really weird to refer to it as Red Giant. I still catch myself calling it the Trio. Or, the Dave Simpson Trio. But again, I feel like a weight's come off because again, John Joe and Queenie have said it as well. It's like they feel that they can take more of a kind of like they can take the pressure off me because it was my name. It's all on me. Now it isn't. Now it's on all of us, and it does feel like there's a huge weight lifted off me, and I'm really happy about it. I'm so happy we got a name that we all like as well. I was terrified that we'd like settle on a name that like two of us would like and one of us would hate. Or there'd be some kind of like infighting going on. And there was none of that, which I was really happy about. So, yeah, I'm really happy about it. And, yeah. Can you tell, by the way? Can you tell? Literally, at this point in time, things are very exciting. There is problems, though. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows. And, I'll talk about that in another video. But, because there is some big problems, but not in the band, And again, the time is right now. We're going to do this new album of these new songs and basically start kind of anew, but not really anew, if that makes any sense. But it's under a different name, same band, same music, same members, same attitude. Literally, the only thing that's changing is the name. That's it, and I'm really happy about that. Like I say, it's not under my name anymore. It takes the pressure off me, takes the weight off me, and I like that way more. And again, I've always wanted to be just in a band. You don't. It's not Steve Harris and the Iron Maiden. You know what I mean? It's Iron Maiden. It's not James Hetfield and Metallica. It's Metallica. I want to be under that collective name. So it's like, when you think of like the name Red Giant, it's like, it's not the Dave Simpson Trio. It's, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's that, it's Dave, Queenie and John Joe. You know what I mean? I love that way more. It's way more exciting and way more just, it feels more inclusive as well. Like I say, it made sense for the longest time for it to be the Dave Simpson Trio because members were coming in and out. John Joe was the first real, permanent member. John Joe joined in 2012, and he was the first permanent member besides me to be in the band. And then when Queenie joined in 2021, she was the other permanent member. And we just were like, well, that works, you know. We don't need to look for anybody else. We don't need another guitarist. We don't need a keyboard player or whatever. We are a power trio. That's what we do. This is what we are. And as such, it was like, you know, we need a name that kind of like conveys that, and we also need a name that makes us a collective, and we can all live underneath, instead of just kind of like, you know, it being under me and my band, which I don't want. You know, I want it to be, again, a unit, you know, a band. So, and having the name Dave's Show doesn't do that. So there you go, PeopleTube. Anyway, hope this video has made some kind of sense. I hope you like the new name as much as we do. I personally adore it. Every time I say it, it just grows on me a bit more, and I love it a bit more. I'm really happy. Anyway, but yeah, so keep your eyes peeled, PeopleTube, for the first album of the band, Red Giant. Technically, it's our second album, but new album under the new name. Going into like, oh my god, it's insane. It's insane. Like I say, it's not without problems. I'll address that in another video. You know, we do have to talk to you again at some point. But for now, there you go. So again, really happy. Hope it's made some kind of sense for YouTube, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Hope you enjoyed this waffle. But hopefully it explains it. Hopefully it makes kind of sense. You know, I'm not under duress. There's no one behind the camera with a gun pointing at me. I'm doing it. I'm reading from the script. It's fine. Anyway, yes, I'm saying this under my own... No, I'm joking. Anyway, silliness aside, I really hope you like the new name as much as I do. I love it so much. And like, you know, every time I say it, it makes me really, really excited because, again, it's what I've always wanted. I just want to be in a band. I don't want to be a solo artist. I don't want to be Dave Simpson, the solo artist. I want to be in a band. You know, that's what I've always wanted. And it feels even more so now with a new name. We're under collective name. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, thank you very much indeed, PeopleTube, for watching. I hope this makes some kind of sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As usual, love to hear your thoughts. Also, did this make any sense? I hope it did, because I'm always terrified that I just make no sense. Yeah, it's a problem. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. I'll see you again very soon for another video. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, and goodbye now. See you later. Have a great day. Remember, Red Giant coming to get you.